What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Porsche 911, and today I'm going to talk about why I started doing cocktail classes and why you should too. So when I started to do my cocktail classes, and the reason why I started this is because I was a bartender and I wanted more time, I wanted more freedom, I just wanted more control of my life and of my career. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started and why you should get into it as well. When I was working behind the bar, and I'm sure a lot of bartenders, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The only way you guys can make more money in bartending is to work more hours, okay? At some point, I started getting really just tired. Like I would work 11-hour shifts and I'm like, y'all, this is crazy. This is too much on the body. I used to work 11-hour shifts back to back on a Friday and Saturday. So come Sunday, all I wanted to do was just lay in the bed at least till about 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, you know what? I cannot keep living my life like this. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start up some cocktail classes and see how, that will work out for me. So when I started my class, the very first thing that I did was found the location. So one of my friends, he has a photography studio here in Chicago. So, I talked to him and I said, I want to do this cocktail class. Can I use the space? And he was like, yeah, go ahead. Let's do it. So once I had got my spots together and everything, I made a flyer and I made it on Canva. I put it on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I was telling people when I was at the bar, people that would come sit at the bar with me, my regulars, I would tell them about the upcoming class I had. So I would invite people from there. I was just letting any and everybody know, right? So the very first one that I had, and I also want to say too that I literally started with what I had. I worked with what I had and I didn't have much to start this cocktail class. And keep in mind also that I was literally only a couple months into being a bartender. So literally beginner at this, beginner. But I'm a Gemini. I do what I want to do. That's why I'm telling y'all too, like y'all just go ahead and do this. What Beyonce say, you do not need permission for what's yours, okay? You ain't got to ask for permission, just do the things. In the very first class, I didn't have shakers for everyone. So guess what I went to go use? I went to Walmart and I got me like a pack of mason jars. That is what we use in my first cocktail class. So it's the same effect as a shaker. We just shook everything up in the mason jar. It still worked out well. I also didn't have jiggers for everyone either. So I used like the little shot cups from the dollar store and like we still made it through. But the thing is really the experience that I bought. Nobody complained about having to use mason jars as shakers. Like not one person said a bad thing about my class. They all had fun. I had about 7 people that came out to this one and literally they were all strangers and I was just so surprised. I was like, wow, like how did you guys find me? And they were like, oh, we see. Oh, I also put it on Eventbrite too. So they was like, oh, we seen you on Eventbrite or we seen you on social media. And I was like, wow, like these are strangers. Like they don't know me from a can of paint. So that's how I ended up doing my first cocktail class. And I just kept doing them and kept doing them and kept doing them. And it became one of my biggest main income streams, y'all. As I kept going, people would come to my classes that were open to the public. And then they would be like, hey, can I do my birthday party with you? So I'd be like, sure, let's do it. So then I would do a private birthday party for them. I would just, close down the studio just for them. Then sororities reached out to me and they said, hey, we're having this type of party. We want to do something, with our sorority. Cool, let's do it. Also, what else was I doing? I also did another family. They reached out to me because a lot of them had came to my cocktail classes and they wanted to do a ugly sweater Christmas party for their Christmas party last year. And I was just like, yes, let's do it. So the business just kept coming. And it is going on 3 years now that I have been doing these. And in that time, I have gotten sponsors from different brands. So different alcohol brands, they will reach out to me and they will actually give me liquor for me to use in my cocktail classes. And I always say this on my TikTok and everything. So you guys follow me on TikTok as well. I'm the same name everywhere. But I talk about this a lot on TikTok as to why content is important. Because I could teach you guys how to do these cocktail classes and everything, but when it's time for you to start and you think, and you want to get like brand deals and sponsorships from brands, you guys have to post the content. There's no way around that. And the reason why these brands feel comfortable with giving me this alcohol and things for free because they know that I'm going to promote them. They see me on my TikTok every day. They see me on my Instagram and my Facebook, and they see what I do, and I'm always posting and marketing. So when people come to my classes, you know, they're taking pictures of the bottles, they're following them, you know, it's just shout out after shout out after shout out. So that's why I always say that content is super, super important. Okay, y'all got that? It ain't no way around the content. Y'all just gotta come on with it. Just come on over to the content creator side. You literally gain more clientele through just posting on your page. Literally, that's how brands start to notice you. And just for me, even posting cocktail content all the time, I have gotten I've gotten my posts liked by Hennessy before. I've gotten responded to by Remy Martin, and I have also gotten responded to by Tanqueray. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about, but that's literally how I started building a relationship with these brands. And then once that happens, that's where the money starts to come in. Then you could work out some brand deals, and you could work out some commissions and things like that as well. And if you're a bartender, this is one of the easiest ways to start building your own lane and start building your own brand. You can host private parties, you can host birthday parties, you could do corporate events for people. So you could even take these cocktail classes into the corporate space and charge even more. So what I charge is $65 per person, and we curate 3 drinks in each class, and each class only lasts 2 hours. So in one class, let's do the math, okay? So one class, let's say, I usually cap it at 20, and all my classes are sold out at this point. So I always cap them at about 20 because I don't want to crowd up the space that I'm at. Once I go to another space, then, you know, I would like to have more. But right now, I'm at a good 20. So let's do the math. If I charge $65 per person times 20, so let's put that in a calculator. 65 times 20 equals, okay, so that's just one class, just one class, okay? Now, and that's just one time a month. So now what if you wanted to do the same class and you wanted to do it one time a week? So what would that be? 4 events in a month. So let's do the math on that. Equals, that's what you can make just doing 1 event per week now. What if they really start getting popular and you're like, you know what, I need to add some more classes because they are just always sold out. Let's do the math on that. What if you guys go up to 2 times a week? So 2 weekend days. Let's do that, okay? Let's do 1,300 times 8 equals. And that is how much you can make in a month just off cocktail classes. That's why I like to do the math, because I want you guys to actually see how much you can make with these classes. You get what I'm saying? Y'all have to see it, okay? You got to see it in order to think and know that you can do this. Because if I could do it, you could do it, you know? I don't gatekeep. That's the thing. I don't gatekeep at all. Everything I learn, I come and tell y'all. If you want to learn how to start, if you want to learn how to plan, how to market, I have a ebook. It's called the Barpreneur ebook. So what a barpreneur is, it is a bartender who turns himself into an entrepreneur. So I call it a barpreneur. So in my ebook, I give you all my strategy, and I also talk about 11 other income streams that you can get into as a bartender. So if you are a bartender out there and you are tired of working these long, hard shifts, and you're tired of waiting on the promotion, and you're tired of trying to make more money, and you know, you're just done with this life, and you are ready to evolve, and you are ready to turn your skills into a personal brand and into a business, I'm here for you. I got you. What you can do is, I'm going to leave the link below if you guys want to check out the ebook, and I also am going to leave a little discount code for you because I love y'all that much. So if this was helpful to you guys, make sure that you like, share, comment, and also make sure you sub, because I got so much information to give y'all guys. Like, most of my stuff be on TikTok and all of that, but I am trying to really be more so on YouTube now. So y'all make sure you guys follow me on every platform. And again, make sure you like, subscribe, leave me a little comment so, you know, we could chat. Just know that you're more than a bartender. Okay, you already have the skills. You know how to get those people in. You know how to keep them coming back. Okay, it's time for you to branch out on your own and to really turn this into a brand for yourself. It's time for you to get those brand deals. It's time for you to create that financial freedom for yourself. I want to see more boss bartenders out there. So if you are a boss bartender or if you are becoming one, let me know in the comments, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.